Africa, a continent of immense diversity and unparalleled history. From the vast deserts of the Sahara to the dense rainforests of the Congo, Africa's landscapes are as varied as its cultures. This is where humanity took its first steps. The cradle of civilization, where early humans began their journey, leaving behind a legacy etched in stone and bone. It's a land where ancient civilizations flourished. From the pyramids of Egypt to the stone cities of Zimbabwe, Africa's ancient history is rich and profound. In the eastern horn of this vast continent lies Ethiopia, a country with a history that stretches back thousands of years, intertwined with the very roots of human existence. Ethiopia is a land of ancient origins. Its history is a tapestry woven with threads of legend and fact where myth and reality often merge. It holds a special place in our collective memory. The monuments and relics of its past stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans inhabited this region for millennia. Fossils and artifacts unearthed here provide a glimpse into the lives of our ancient ancestors. This makes Ethiopia one of the oldest continuously inhabited places on Earth. Its history is not just a series of events but a continuous narrative of human endurance and adaptation. The Ethiopian highlands, with their fertile soils and abundant rainfall, provided a conducive environment for early human settlements to thrive. These highlands are often referred to as the roof of Africa, due to their elevation and significance. Over time, these settlements evolved into complex societies. They built villages, developed agriculture, and established trade routes that connected them with distant lands. They developed unique traditions and governance structures. Their ceremonies, rituals, and social systems were deeply rooted in their connection to the land and their ancestors. From the very beginning, Ethiopia has demonstrated a strong sense of independence. Its warriors and leaders have fiercely defended their land against invaders, preserving their culture and sovereignty. This spirit of self-reliance would define its future. The people of Ethiopia have always relied on their resilience and ingenuity to overcome challenges and build a prosperous society. It is a land that has fiercely guarded its sovereignty for centuries. The Ethiopian flag, a symbol of pride and unity, waves over a nation that has withstood the test of time and emerged stronger. In the first millennium BCE, a powerful kingdom emerged in northern Ethiopia, Aksum. This kingdom, with its rich history and cultural heritage, would go on to become one of the most influential civilizations in the ancient world. This kingdom was strategically located at the crossroads of major trade routes. These routes were not just simple paths, but were the lifelines that connected various civilizations, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. These routes connected Africa, Asia, and Europe, creating a vast network that allowed for the movement of not only commodities but also knowledge and traditions. The Aksumites were skilled traders. Their expertise in commerce was renowned, and they were adept at negotiating and establishing trade agreements that benefited their kingdom immensely. They built a vast commercial network. This network was meticulously organized and managed, ensuring that Aksum remained a central hub in the ancient world's trade system. This network facilitated the exchange of goods such as ivory, incense, and gold. These commodities were highly valued and sought after, making Aksum a wealthy and prosperous kingdom. Aksum's prosperity attracted merchants and travelers from distant lands. These visitors brought with them not only goods but also stories, traditions, and innovations from their homelands. It became a melting pot of cultures and ideas. The interactions between different peoples led to a rich and diverse cultural tapestry that defined Aksum. One of the most significant events in Aksumite history was the adoption of Christianity in the 4th century CE. This marked a turning point in the kingdom's religious and cultural evolution. King Ezana, influenced by a Syrian Christian missionary named Frumentius, embraced the new faith. Frumentius played a crucial role in introducing Christianity to the Aksumite court and its people. He made it the state religion. This decision was not just a religious shift but also a political one, as it aligned Aksum with other Christian states and influenced its diplomatic relations. This decision had a profound impact on Aksum's cultural and political landscape. The adoption of Christianity led to significant changes in the kingdom's art, architecture, and societal norms. Christianity became deeply intertwined with Ethiopian identity. The faith influenced every aspect of life in Aksum, from daily practices to grand architectural projects. Its influence can still be felt today in the country's art, architecture, and religious practices. The legacy of Aksum's adoption of Christianity continues to shape Ethiopia's cultural and spiritual landscape, making it a unique and historically rich nation. After the decline of Aksum in the 10th century, a new dynasty emerged in the Ethiopian highlands, the Zagwe. The Zagwe rulers were devout Christians known for their patronage of the arts and architecture. They embarked on an ambitious building program. This resulted in the construction of magnificent rock-hewn churches. These churches were carved directly into the mountainsides. One of the most remarkable examples of Zagwe architecture is the Church of St. George in Lalibela. This church, carved entirely out of a single rock, is a testament to the architectural ingenuity of the Zagwe. The Zagwe dynasty played a crucial role in preserving Christianity in Ethiopia. They ensured its continuity during a time of great upheaval in the region. Their architectural legacy continues to inspire awe and wonder in the 21st century. Section 4. The Solomonic Legacy, Divine Kingship and National Identity. In the 13th century, a new dynasty rose to prominence in Ethiopia, the Solomonic dynasty. This dynasty was not just any ruling family, it claimed a lineage that traced back to the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, a connection that imbued it with a profound sense of divine authority and legitimacy. The Solomonic kings claimed descent from the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. This claim was more than a mere assertion, it was a cornerstone of their rule, providing a divine endorsement that set them apart from other rulers. This lineage bestowed upon them an aura of divine authority and legitimacy. It was believed that their rule was sanctioned by God, which helped to unify the people under a common religious and cultural identity. The Solomonic dynasty marked a golden age in Ethiopian history. This era was characterized by significant achievements in various fields, including architecture, literature, and the arts. It oversaw a period of territorial expansion, cultural efflorescence, and political consolidation. The kings expanded their territories, bringing diverse groups under a single administration, which helped to strengthen the nation. The kings commissioned the creation of epic chronicles and religious texts. These works were not only historical records but also served to reinforce the divine right of the kings to rule. These texts reinforced their divine right to rule and fostered a sense of national unity. They were instrumental in creating a shared national identity that transcended regional and ethnic differences. During this era, Ethiopia's international profile grew. The country became known far and wide for its unique culture, its strong Christian faith, and its fierce independence. It engaged in diplomatic relations with European powers. These interactions were not just about trade and politics, they also involved cultural exchanges that enriched Ethiopian society. The country became known for its unique culture, its strong Christian faith, and its fierce independence. This reputation helped to protect Ethiopia from external threats and allowed it to maintain its sovereignty. The Solomonic dynasty ruled Ethiopia for centuries. Their reign was marked by stability and continuity, which allowed for the development of a rich cultural heritage. It left an indelible mark on the country's history, culture, and national identity. The legacy of the Solomonic dynasty continues to be felt in Ethiopia today, influencing its culture, religion, and national consciousness. The enduring influence of the Solomonic dynasty is evident in modern Ethiopia, where the symbols and traditions of this ancient lineage are still celebrated and revered. This connection to a storied past provides a sense of continuity and pride for the Ethiopian people. Section 5. Guardians of Freedom, Ethiopia's Resistance to Colonialism. As the 19th century dawned, European powers embarked on a relentless campaign of colonization across Africa. They sought to exploit the continent's resources and people for their own gain. However, Ethiopia stood as a beacon of resistance against this encroaching tide of imperialism. Ethiopia's geographical isolation, its rugged terrain, and its long tradition of military prowess made it a formidable adversary. Moreover, the Ethiopian people were united in their determination to defend their homeland. They were determined to preserve their freedom. Throughout the 19th century, Ethiopia faced numerous attempts by European powers to subjugate it. However, time and again, the Ethiopians repelled these invasions. They defended their sovereignty with unwavering courage and determination. Section 6. The Battle of Adwa, a victory against all odds. In 1896, Ethiopia faced its greatest challenge yet. Italy, eager to establish a colonial empire in Africa, invaded the country. The Italians were confident in their superior weaponry and military tactics. They underestimated the Ethiopian people's resolve. On March 1, 1896, Ethiopian forces, led by Emperor Menelik II, clashed with the Italian army near the town of Adwa in northern Ethiopia. The Battle of Adwa was a resounding victory for Ethiopia. It sent shockwaves throughout the world. The Ethiopian victory at Adwa marked a turning point in the history of Africa. It shattered the myth of European invincibility. It inspired other colonized peoples to rise up and fight for their freedom. Section 7, A Moment of Darkness, Italy's Brief Occupation. Despite their humiliating defeat at Adwa, Italy remained determined to conquer Ethiopia. In 1935, under the fascist regime of Benito Mussolini, Italy launched a second invasion of the country. This time the Italians were better prepared. They used tanks, airplanes, and poison gas against the poorly equipped Ethiopian army. Despite fierce resistance, Ethiopia was eventually occupied. Italy's occupation of Ethiopia was brutal and oppressive. The Italians committed numerous atrocities against the Ethiopian people. They sought to erase Ethiopian culture and identity. However, the Ethiopian spirit of resistance never wavered. Guerrilla fighters continued to harass the Italian occupiers. They awaited the opportunity to liberate their homeland.